Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware. Thank you, Mary. That was beautiful. I'm the spiritual director. I'm Reverend Dr. Kathleen Johnson, the spiritual director of CSL Delaware. And I welcome you on this beautiful snowy day. I get to look out the window and see the snow coming down in front of me, and how wonderful it is to be snug and warm in our homes and still enjoying each other's company and enjoying messages of truth. So I welcome all of you, whether you're new or whether you've been around for a long time. I welcome you to this beautiful service today. And I invite you now to speak this word of truth about ourselves. It's a beautiful way of claiming who we are and why we're here. So if you'll just repeat after me. I am that I am.
I am that I am.
I'm calling upon the beloved God presence I am.
I'm calling upon the beloved God presence I am.
Knowing that is moving through me and as me.
Knowing that it is moving through me and as me.
I invoke the divine presence.
I invoke the divine presence.
To fill every cell of my body with light.
To fill every cell of my body with light.
Surround me with a pillar of light.
Surround me with a pillar of light.
To fill all of my affairs with light.
To fill all of my affairs with light.
I allow the pure light and love of the divine.
I allow the pure light and love of the divine.
To flow from me and move me.
To flow from me and move
To
me.
be of highest service to all life.
To be of highest service to all of life.
I joyfully bring love and light.
I joyfully bring love and light.
To all who enter my field of awareness.
To all who enter my field of awareness.
Knowing that my light.
Knowing that my light.
Contributes to the enlightenment of all.
Contributes to the enlightenment of all.
And then repeat with me, I am the light of the world.
I am the light of the world.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Lovely. It's a great way to start. And so now I'd like to introduce to you, I'm introducing Sharon, our beloved Sharon.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware. I am Sharon Bousquet. I'm the music director here. And we are just happy that everyone is here on this, at least in Delaware, beautifully snowy day. I mean, the flakes are like this big. It's really lovely. I'm going to start out with an original song that I wrote recently. It seems to fit the theme. This is called I Resolve to Evolve. I resolve to evolve. I resolve to take the reins from the monkey mind, the wayward kind. I'm taking back my name. I am co-creating, innovating, waking to the plan. I resolve to evolve. I'm listening. I resolve to evolve. I resolve to trust and flow from the questioning, the frozen stream, a rushing river flows. I am co-creating, innovating, waking to the plan. I resolve to evolve, and I invite you into the heart of who we are. Into the love that lights each star. We are not islands, we are surely I ams in a human shell, so we might as well resolve to evolve. I resolve to take the reins from a worried mind that keeps me blind. I'm giving up the strain as I live up to the glory of this human life, my friends. I resolve to evolve, and I offer you my hand. As we came here to shine our light, to walk the walk, and know that we're all right. We're all right. We're all right. We're all right. We're all light. all light. We're all light. We're all right. We are shining stars. Got a boogie on, shining bright to see what we can truly be. Everybody, we're a shining star. You got a boogie on, shining bright to see what we can truly be. One more time, let's go. Shining stars. We got a boogie on, shining bright to see what we can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Yeah, a little old funky goodness to start the service off. I would like to introduce our beloved Candace.
Actually, I'm here today. So let us just bow our heads now for the evocation. Coming into this moment, this precious present moment right here and right now, acknowledging that there is only one source, one power, one creator within the universe. And that power is divine love intelligence. And I call that power of the universe God. And the essence of all of life, being God, says that the essence of my life is God. And so I claim this truth and act accordingly in realization that the essence of each person's life is God. Each person uses the same creative process. Everything originates in the one, coming from the one source and returning again to it. And this one creative power of love is also called the creative medium of the law, through which all comes into manifestation. All of creation is this one showing itself in unlimited, unique ways as each one of us. And I am so grateful for knowing in consciousness the truth that everyone automatically attracts to themselves just what they are. Whatever we are just where we belong, wherever that is. Someone may help us on the road to realization, but substantiality and permanence can come only through the consciousness of our own life and thought. I am thankful that I can bring myself to the place of mind where there is no misfortune, no calamity, no accident, no trouble, no confusion, where there is nothing but plenty, peace, power, life, and truth. And so I am blessed. And each one hearing this is blessed as I declare for us the truth of God's perfection and wholeness within me and within each one of us right here and now. I am, and each person is, a reflection of the Most High God knowing itself. I invoke the divine mind as the source of all good. I am open and willing to receive all the good, all the high and holy intentions of this time we have together this morning, knowing all is unfolding perfectly and for the greater good of all. And grateful for the leadership of Reverend Dr. Kathleen and all those in service today, creating this Sunday celebration of life for our CSL Delaware community and out into the world. I let it be, and so it is. Thank you. And I would like to introduce now Brett for our announcements.
Thank you, Mary, and welcome and good morning, CSL Delaware. My name is Brett Taylor, and I want to welcome you to today's service. If you are new to our community, we welcome you and we hope you enjoy the service. We would like to connect So if I'm here to personally welcome you, and if you would like to connect, please see the chat function at the bottom of the Zoom and send me a note, and we can have a conversation about the community and some questions that you may have, we can answer. Likewise, if you are on Facebook, just send an instant message and we will get back to you and we will have a conversation. So welcome to everyone who is new. I want to go to our intention statement. If you would please read aloud with me. We, the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware, are a welcoming, vibrant, inclusive, spiritual community rooted in new thought, ancient wisdom principles. We are here to be the presence of love and to co-create heaven on earth, a world that works for all. And as usual, we have some wonderful things coming up that you should put on your calendar. The Spiritual Growth Circle meets next Saturday, February 13th from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. The circle will be completing What If This Is Heaven by Anita Morjani. Please join us by sending an email to Mary Kegelman by February 12th, and we will include you. Marianne Ruan is offering 3 Chanting for Love sessions in February. You can find Marianne actually out on Facebook. She does these wonderful meditations, but we encourage you to seek her out and join her for the Chanting for Love sessions. The next up, author, humorist, and practical philosopher, Steve Barrowman, AKA Swami Bhyanananda, will be our guest speaker on Sunday, February 21st. We anticipate an inspiring presentation based on the book Deepak Chopra has called Spontaneous Evolution, Our Positive Future and a Way to Get There from Here, co-authored with noted cellular biologist Bruce Lipton. The fun continues with Swami Bhyanananda after service on February 21st in his play shop, Defying Gravity, from 1 to 2:30 p.m. on Zoom. The cost is $25 per person. However, no one will be turned away and love donations are accepted. Please purchase your ticket today on the CSL Delaware website. Hiking is back. Starting March 7th, I will be leading a hiking trip on the first Sunday of each month from here until the weather gets bad again. So anticipate good 9, 10, 11 months of hiking from here on out. Hikes will start at 2 p.m. and more details on our first hike will be coming soon. We are going to be hiking in an effort to do what we call forest bathing. And that is getting out into nature and really feeling connected to the earth, putting down our electronic devices and really connecting with all that the universe has to give us back to nature. So please, I hope you can join us for the hiking on March 7th. Lastly, join the Power of 8 after service today and experience the healing power of group intention. All are welcome. We will be, after service, we will be gathering for the Power of 8 and you're more than welcome to join us. Stay on Zoom. Okay. And for details and Zoom links on all of our activities, visit the CSL Delaware website under the Get Involved tab or the CSL Delaware newsletter in your email. That's it for announcements, and I'd like to turn it back to Sharon.
Thank you, Brett. This is a beautiful song by Daniel Namad. Everybody, sing along if you know it. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I'll ever dream has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning, here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. 'Cause here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul. Yay! Daniel Namad is wonderful. I would like to turn the mic over to Jenny.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living Delaware. And thank you, Sharon. That was so beautiful. And I'm going to say, I'm ready. I'm ready. Thank you. The theme for February for 2021 is One Journey, Many Paths. And the topic for today is clean slate. A clean slate. That feels so good. Listen to this passage by Adya Shanti. Enlightenment is a destructive process. It has nothing to do with becoming better or being happier. Enlightenment is the crumbling away of untruth. It's seeing through the facade of pretense. It's the complete eradication of everything we imagine to be true. And Ralph Waldo Emerson encourages us to finish each day and be done with it. You have done what you could do. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day And Meister Eckhart offers this clean slate wisdom. Be willing to be a beginner every single morning. Okay, let's now claim our desire to remain open to the new. Are you ready? Let's read together this beautiful affirmation on the screen. I am open to the promise of a clean slate, which every moment holds. Wonderful. And with great gratitude and joy in my heart, I send this back to our beautiful, radiant, loving, beloved Reverend Kathleen.
Thank you, Jenny. I so appreciate your enthusiasm. That was just beautiful. I love it. So I'd like to read something to you from, it's actually a Dear Swami from Driving Your Own Karma. He'll be here in a couple of weeks, so just getting you ready. It says, Dear Swami, what is the quickest route to enlightenment? And you'll really appreciate this just after what Jenny read. He said, the quickest route to enlightenment used to be Route 66. Now it's a lot quicker to get on I-40, although I suggest a detour in Arizona so that you can get a sense of Yuma. However, if you're not driving, let me suggest a new training course that I've developed. It's called, okay, here we go. It's called Swami Beyondananda's Speed Suffering Course. He said, it's the fastest route to enlightenment. Consider it a consolidation loan for all of your karmic debts. Cram eons worth of suffering into one miserable week. You will hate it, but when it's over, your dues are paid forever, and you can go to the beach. Oh, so just lightening things up here a little, friends, before we start. So this beautiful topic, this theme this month, one journey, many paths. We talk about one presence, one power, one mountain, many paths, one tree with many branches. And there is also one ultimate journey that is shared across the spiritual traditions. It is the journey from the illusion of separation to the embodiment of oneness. I didn't just say the thought of oneness, the embodiment of oneness. It's the journey from the head, which means talking about divine union, to actually experiencing it, experiencing oneness, experiencing divine union. That's the embodiment piece. What's also known as the mystical experience in all of the world's spiritual traditions. So this is the thing that we all hold in common. So it is one journey, many paths, but all the paths lead to that one place, oneness, consciousness, the experience of God. So the clean slate, the gift of the clean slate, that is really our topic this morning. So I was thinking about clean slate. Okay, what does that remind me of? Well, I don't know, for some of you, this may not register at all, but for me, it reminds me of the slate blackboard of my elementary days. And each student got a chance to clean the blackboards at the end of the day. And so I remember the way that we did it was we first took the eraser and we erased as much as we could, and then we were given this big huge sponge and a bucket. And so we took the sponge and we had it like in nice strokes. We would go down and work on the blackboard until it was nearly spotless. So a clean slate has a lot of meaning for me. And when we apply it to our lives, notice that there is some action there in the clean slate. So I want you to keep that in mind as we move through this message today. So clean slate, kind of the symbol of a fresh start in our lives. Can you recall, though, sometimes clean slates come in an unexpected way. So can you recall moments in your life when a clean slate came uninvited? And here are some examples, some things that cleaned our slate, kind of maybe not internally, but in our external world. A divorce, a loss of a loved one, the ending of a friendship, the loss of a livelihood, and I'm sure you could add others to that as well. Uninvited, the cleaning of a slate in our lives, but uninvited. And then there are other times when we prayed for a clean slate, right? Prayed for a new career, prayed for a healthy relationship, prayed for a family, maybe some children or whatever. Prayed for any type of newness, maybe perfect health. And then in some cases, when it arrived, and I'm thinking particularly with parenthood and a new job and things like that, when it arrived, we feel a combination, of the unknown. We have the unknown before us. There's a feeling of exhilaration and maybe combined with a little bit of fear and terror, maybe a lot of fear and terror, that fear of the unknown. So a clean slate, in all cases, offers us an opportunity. It offers us an opportunity to practice what it is that we have been learning about all these years through our spiritual teachings and our spiritual practices. I want to remind you of a principle, and it's basically goes like this, that we are not bound by precedent. We are not bound by what came before in our lives, because we are creative beings. We are of the Most High God. We are pure spirit operating in a field of pure potentiality and possibility. So each moment then is an opportunity to practice spiritual principle. We call it the creative process. We use a form of prayer called spiritual mind treatment that engages the creative process on a very high frequency, because it starts off with reminding ourselves that God is all there is, and that we are unified with God, that we are the life of God, that our words are the very creative nature of God. And so we use the creative process, then we use spiritual principle to bring new possibilities into manifestation in our lives. The clean slate concept reminds us that in each and every moment we can use that process to create something new. And in order to create the something new, we must get out the eraser and get out the sponge and do the cleaning, the cleaning, the inner cleaning of our own consciousness in order to be a vibrational match to it. So whenever we have a new vision, when we know this, those of us who've done the visioning process for quite a long time, we catch a higher vision for our lives. And then there's these questions after you catch the vision, these questions that have to do with cleaning the slate. What must I release? And what must I become? Right? Those are particularly the what must I release? That's the cleaning of the slate to make room for what I must become. So that means erasing untruth, erasing anything that is unlike behaviors, thoughts, beliefs, anything that is standing in the way of the shining reality of our spiritual truth, our unlimited being, and our presence as the divine here on the planet. So it's all about becoming a vibrational match or a vehicle for the vision through this process of letting go. Remember, enlightenment is a destructive process, is what he said. It's about cleaning and clearing and sponging away, erasing away that in our subconscious mind that does not serve us. During the days of the civil rights movement, in his I Have a Dream speech, Martin Luther King cast an amazing vision. He called it the beloved community. And I invite you during this time to, when you get a chance, you can find it online, just listen to that whole speech. It's very inspiring. Basically, he's saying that his vision is that all people walk hand in hand and live together in mutual respect, harmony, and prosperity for all. It's so similar to our own vision that we're here to be the presence of love, co-creating heaven on earth, a world that works for all. That's in essence the beloved community. And so he and his followers set about, he didn't just talk about it, they set about to do something about it. And I know there was a lot of prayer and forgiveness that his followers did as a practice, but they also went into action. And I learned something recently. I'm actually taking an online course called Lead Like Martin this month through another organization. And I learned that Howard Thurman, many of us know who Howard Thurman is, the great Black theologian. He was Martin Luther King's, one of his professors when he was working on his doctorate at Boston University. And it was Thurman who introduced Martin to the work of Gandhi and nonviolent protest as a way to create radical social and political change. That's some really cool information. So anyway, the erasing of things like racism and the systemic effects of it in our society, and the replacement with the truth of oneness was something that he set out to do through nonviolent protest and through his very powerful talks, his sermons and his messages to the public. So vision calls us to become something different than what we were before. It calls us to let go of a lot of baggage of beliefs that are all related to some sort of an idea of separation. And so there were some changes, there was some progress, and yet we know here we are 50 years later, and we still have some major issues to deal with in this same area of civil rights. 50 years later, and still the beloved community has not been fully realized. So then you may ask, well, what can I do about it? I'm one person, right? I'm one person. And yet this is what I know to be true. I'm reminded of Dr. David Hawkins' work, that people vibrating at a higher frequency, the power of one person vibrating at love, peace, joy, these higher frequencies, counterbalance thousands, in case hundreds of thousands of people who are vibrating in lower frequencies. And because we have things like the internet, truth can spread. And because we're all interconnected, that message is being transmitted on a different level than our conscious level as well. So our work does matter. It does matter. And it is making a difference. I know it's making a difference. So you ask, so what is it that I do? What is this work? It is the work of remembering who you are, remembering the nature of God, remembering who you are, and going about the work of releasing everything that gets in the way of that expression. So we can make a difference. We can begin by cleaning the slate of our own minds. And it starts with knowing who we are in truth. And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. knew this. And so I was able to hear this yesterday, this very short clip out of one of his sermons where he talks to his followers about the divine blueprint. Yes, the divine blueprint. He said, you are a divine blueprint, or you have a divine blueprint. He said, you must believe in your own dignity. You must believe in your own worth. You must believe in your own somebodyness. You are somebody. Always feel that you count and that your life has ultimate significance. Can you feel the resonance feel yourself in resonance with this beautiful truth? We do have an ultimate significance in the big scheme of things. Our spiritual work does make a powerful difference. So having a vision of who we are in truth demands that we erase all ideas of who we are not. So that means practicing erasing thoughts like, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I don't count. We have to erase all of that immediately. And one of the practices, actually there are a couple practices, that whenever a thought like that arises, to say delete. That's kind of that's a modern form of erase. You can say erase, but delete. And also, I've been reading a book by Michelle Obama, and I love this mantra that she has. She says whenever she's faced with a really big challenge, or something that she wants to accomplish, she says, "Can I do this? Yes, I can." So repeat that with me. Can I do this? Yes, I can. So that's the attitude I would like you to have with the inner work, with your spiritual practice, and getting yourself into those frequencies of love and above, love, peace, joy, and hanging out there. It doesn't mean we don't do the inner work. This is not about spiritual bypass, but this is about doing the cleansing, the erasing, the cleaning of the slate of the mind work that allows us to vibrate at those frequencies on a regular basis. So knowing the truth of who we are instills hope and confidence in us. Knowing who we are instills hope and confidence in us. Knowing that we can overcome our current condition individually and collectively, and create whatever is the new that is in our vision. And in the case of Martin Luther King, becoming the beloved community. So we don't ignore the condition. I just want to go back to that. We, in our spiritual teaching, when we have in our classes, we talked about confronting, facing the condition in our lives that we don't like, just like Martin Luther King and his followers and people today, and all of us who are involved in what's going on currently. We face the conditions that aren't going so well, but we use that like a prayer request to help us mold our prayers to clean the slate of all the beliefs that create that condition. I'd like to share with you a beautiful story from one of my colleagues. This is a true story. This is something that she sent to all of us, and I just thought this was so powerful. I wanted to share it with you. Her name is Reverend Cindy, and she was about to go on silent retreat when she tested positive for COVID-19. And she found herself instead thrust upon a 15-day COVID retreat, is what she called it, a forced retreat at home, dealing with pain and fever and fatigue. At first, Cindy thought that she would be able to catch up on her reading and on her podcasts and all of those things that had constantly been pushed to the side. However, she found out that she didn't have the energy nor the mental focus to be able to do any of that. So she began to do what she knew that she could do in that moment, which was to do long, slow, deep breathing, particularly when she noticed that thoughts came up that created a lot of fear and anxiety for her. She had thoughts like, could I have unknown risk factors that could make COVID more deadly for me? Will I end up hospitalized or even die from this? She breathed and she practiced feeling her feelings. She didn't try to run away from them, do spiritual bypass, felt her feelings, and she emerged, those feelings that, continued to emerge from her long periods of silence, 15 days pretty much of silence. So Cindy at some point decided to face her fever, which was really wreaking havoc with her, fear, just creating a lot of fear. So she decided to meditate and breathe on the fever. And she could feel the heat beginning to build and radiating out from her, and pretty soon her entire body was just soaked. And then she said, in an instant, the heat stopped radiating. She stopped sweating, and the aches left her joints and muscles instantaneously from that process of meditation and breathing. Cindy recalls feeling so much gratefulness for the love, the support, and the prayers of her family, friends, and her spiritual community. And she was grateful for some other miraculous, unexpected blessings. So you heard those. Those are pretty miraculous already. But she said it was if COVID hit the reset button on every aspect of her life. Arthritis pain that had been bothering her for quite some time, and a skin condition that she'd had for years disappeared. Yes, disappeared. You heard me right. Disappeared. And as the fear and the anxiety and the feelings of stress and overwhelm also dissolved, her priorities became crystal clear, and the next steps that she wanted to take in her life emerged. She became very clear-minded. And though it was an unwanted and unwelcome experience, Cindy used spiritual principle, what she knew, what she had practiced all along. She used spiritual principle in this COVID experience to turn it into an opportunity for healing, to create a clean slate in consciousness that blessed her mind, her body, and her entire life. That's a pretty remarkable story and shows so clearly the power of the clean slate approach of our spiritual practice. The Centers for Spiritual Living vision statement, now this is the greater organization, one of the statements there says, we envision humanity awakening to its spiritual magnificence and discovering the creative power of thought. And thought is any way that we direct our attention, right? When she was meditating, she was using the creative power of her thought by focusing on the present moment. When she was breathing, she was using the power of thought to tell herself to breathe. To awaken to that spiritual magnificence, we begin by cultivating what's called the spiritual practice of self-awareness and self-reflection. Those of you who've taken our new spiritual principles and practices class will recognize those. Self-awareness, we know, is the foundation of conscious choice. It is the choice to do the cleaning of the slate that is necessary for our minds to become a beautiful, fertile field for new possibilities. So it's the habit of examining our beliefs, examining our behaviors, and determining whether they serve us or not, and then going about decluttering our minds, dismantling our minds, erasing our minds, and sponging away that doesn't serve. So some good questions to ask yourself are, when you have a thought that's creating any type of stress, is that true? This is a Byron Katie method. Is it true? How do I live when I believe this thought? Who would I be without this thought? So as detrimental beliefs are cleaned, we therefore create more clarity and space for new possibilities. And just a little bit of a warning. We call this chemicalization as well, when we start cleaning the slate. The birth of anything new is generally preceded by pain and messiness. And think of what it takes to clean out a really cluttered up closet, right? You have to take everything out first, which is a big, huge mess on the floor. And then you start putting things back in order, and you get rid of the stuff that doesn't need to be there. So it's a beautiful analogy just to remember that there are times during that process of destruction and disorder, pulling things out that don't belong and getting ready to put things in order, that things can temporarily look worse before they get better. And that's usually related to emotions, but also can be things in our lives. Emotions that emerge as the clean slate is being cleaned, we know can be difficult to manage. And yet, if we remember to observe, feel your feelings fully, bring your breath to that area, and then notice the beliefs that are behind those emotions so that you can begin to change them, delete them, and replace them with truth. What I'm going to offer for you in conclusion is a beautiful cleansing and clearing process from the Hawaiian tradition, Ho'oponopono. We've talked about this one before. It's a forgiveness process, and by the way, if you have not seen the Netflix movie Finding Ohana, it is so beautifully displayed and used, this Ho'oponopono, during it, because it takes place in Hawaii with a Hawaiian family. It is the perfect soul cleansing practice. And it's just 4 simple sentences. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And so the practice is, at the end of the day, you scan your mind for thoughts, interactions in the day that disrupted your peace, and then you start practicing those 4 sentences for each situation. And then, as Emerson said, finish the day and be done with it. Tomorrow is a new day. And so let's say together, yes, and so it is. Lovely, thank you. So I'm now passing this back to Sharon.
Lovely. Thank you, Kathleen. Appreciate it. All right. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep from the mountains of faith to a river so deep. I must be looking for something sacred I want. And though the river is wide, my soul is undaunted. And even though I know that the river is wide, I walk down every evening, stand by the shore, and envision the cross to the opposite side so I can finally see I've been looking for. In the middle of the night, go walking in my dreams through the valley of fear to a river so deep. I've been searching for something deep in my soul, something I'll never lose. So it's here, this I know. I can know why I walk into the light, by turning inside to the love waiting there. I trust that I have the best of my life to find every answer to every care. In the middle of the light, go walking in my dreams, through a valley so clear, to a river so deep. I know I'm searching for something high and so fine, that I can be seen as we awaken a line. In the middle of the light. Okay, everybody go. Go walking, walking in the middle. Go walking, walking in the middle. Go walking, walking in the middle. Go walking, walking in the middle of the light. Walking, walking in the middle. Go walking, walking in the middle. Go walking, walking in the middle. Go walking in the light. In the middle of the light. Go walking in my dreams, through the desert of truth, to a river so deep. We all land in the ocean, we all start in the stream. We're all carried along by the river of dreams. In the middle of the light, in the middle, walking in the middle. In the middle, walking in the middle. In the middle, walking in the middle. I go walking in the middle of the light. 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 Yay! Thanks to Billy Joel for that lovely song. This snow is so beautiful. It just makes me happy. It's right here. It's like, so if I keep looking, that's what I'm looking at. These flakes are so big. It's beautiful. So thank you, River Dreams, and I'd like to introduce our beloved Virgie.
Can everybody hear me? I was in the song, I was jamming. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm here. All right, so each week at this time, the Social Justice Initiative Ministry shares a practice from the Association for Global New Thought for cultivating a nonviolent mindset. So we're learning to practice nonviolence, one step at a time, one choice at a time, and one day at a time. And through our daily non-violent choices and action, we each in our own way are moving the world in the direction of peace. So now today, I'm going to repeat the practice that we had last week called self-forgiveness. I've just, something in my spirit just says to go ahead and repeat that. Do we have a visual for it? Thank you so much, Dan. So self-forgiveness, I'm going to read through it and then I'm going to give us a resource to help us to practice it. So read along with me. Self-forgiveness. When you judge yourself, you tend to believe that who you are is what you have or don't have, or what you've done or haven't done, or maybe some things that we've allowed some stinking thinking to happen. Knowing that who you are is greater than all these things, each day this week, forgive yourself for forgetting the good that is in you. Forgive yourself for forgetting the good that is in you. And what I'm going to put into the chat to help us with this week is actually a radical self-forgiveness exercise. It's based on Radical Forgiveness by Colin Tipping. So I'll put that there. I'll put the website that I got it from, which is simply www.radicalforgiveness.com. And then I say, go clean your slates, go love yourselves, and celebrate the good that's in us. And with that, I'll turn things back over to Brett.
Actually,
Thank
it's
you,
me. It's actually me,
We're gonna-
Virgie. Thank you, Brett. So what we're going to be doing now is we have some new members who are going to be joining us today, who finished the discovery class last week. And so we have a new member ceremony for you. It includes people like Jenny and Virgie and Bruce and Tom. And I just wanted everybody to get ready, as well as our new members. So I'll be introducing them in a few moments. So I'll begin. The Center for Spiritual Living Delaware is a community of individuals who are the hands, the feet, the mind, and the heart of the universal love intelligence that we call God. You, my friends, are today uniting with our spiritual community, and I'm speaking to the new members, for the purpose of being a beneficial presence of love on this planet, co-creating heaven on earth, a world that works for all.
New Thought, Ancient Wisdom is a spiritual teaching based on oneness, which translates as wholeness. Our common purpose is to reveal the already present wholeness, completeness, and perfection of spirit within each of us.
I'm sorry, I don't have the reading that you have there. Someone will have to read my part. I apologize.
I'll keep on reading. Thank you, Virgie. To reveal wholeness means to let go of all beliefs in lack and limitation that prevent us from experiencing and expressing our wholeness. So we are here to awaken to our oneness with all life and to reveal the attributes of the one spirit, such as grace, love, joy, peace, spiritual power, and confidence. We are here in love and in service to all life.
Next. So my
I'll take Bruce's here.
Okay, go ahead. Go, Tom.
My friends, through deepening our relationship with the indwelling spirit and actively living love-centered and principle-centered lives, we are blessed and we are a blessing to others. By joining this spiritual community, you bless us with your uniqueness. As you practice the teachings of New Thought, Ancient Wisdom, you are making a profound difference in your life, the life of our community, and all life on our planet. As you realize your unity with God as love, you become a beneficial presence. We welcome you into our beloved community.
So I now would like to introduce to you our first, one of our first new members, Jeanette Vajki. And so, Jeanette, do you have I can read it if you don't have it, otherwise, and I'll call and response, but do you have that in front of you, starting with my fellow?
I was going to, but then when I talked to your husband, I said, what is that's required of me so then I can have it here? And she says, no worries, we all figured it out. So
okay, so we'll do call and response. So I'd like you to repeat after me. My fellow Center for Spiritual Living Delaware members, repeat after me.
I'm sorry?
Repeat after me. My fellow Center for Spiritual Living Delaware members.
My fellow spiritual members, I can't remember all of them.
Okay, I'm sorry. I am here.
I am here.
In the spirit of joy.
The spirit of joy.
To declare my decision.
Clear my decision.
To become a loyal.
To become a loyal.
Active and supporting member.
Active and supportive member.
I am here to support.
I am here to support
our spiritual community
our spiritual community
with my time,
with my time,
talent, and treasure
talent, and treasure
as I am guided
as I am guided
from within.
within.
I am here to live
I am here to live
a spirit-guided life,
a spirit-guided life,
practicing
practicing
the empowered
the empowered
universal spiritual principles
universal spiritual principles
taught here
taught here
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
I'm here to love myself,
I'm here to love myself,
respect myself,
respect myself.
and recognize the good in myself.
I recognize the good in myself.
My fellow members,
My fellow members,
I also promise
I also promise
to respect each of you
to respect each of you
and see the good
and see the good
in each of you.
in each of you.
Thank you, Jeanette, and welcome. So now I'm calling Marcia Carlo. Do you have yours there, Marcia?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
my fellow Center for Spiritual Living Delaware members, I am here in spirit spirit of joy, to declare my decision to become a loyal, active, and supportive member. I am here to support our spiritual community with my time, talent, and treasures as I am guided from within. I am here to live a spirit-guided life practice the empowering universal spiritual principle taught here to be the best of my ability. I am here to love myself, respect myself, and recognize the good in myself. My fellow members, I also promise to respect each of you and see the good in each of you.
Thank you, Marcia, and welcome. Okay, now I'd like to introduce to you Taylor Burge.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Taylor.
Hi. My fellow Center for Spiritual Living Delaware members, I am here in the spirit of joy to declare my decision to become a loyal, active, and supporting member. I am here to support our spiritual community with my time, talent, and treasure as I am guided from within. I am here to live a spirit-guided life practicing the empowering universal spiritual principles taught here to the best of my ability. I am here to love myself, respect myself, and recognize the good in myself. My fellow members, I also promise to respect each of you and see the good in each of you.
Thank you, Taylor, and welcome. And our final member is Javita Irving. Hi, Javita. Do you have it with you? Okay. Do you want me to? Okay.
Yes, can you please? I didn't check my email or.
Okay, so do you want to repeat after me? Okay. My fellow CSL members.
My fellow CSL members.
I am here in the spirit of joy.
I'm here in the spirit of joy.
To declare my decision.
To declare my decision.
To become a loyal, active, and supporting member.
To become a loyal, active, and supporting member.
I am here to support our spiritual community.
I'm here to support our spiritual community.
With my time.
With my time.
Talent and treasure.
Talent and treasure.
As I am guided from within.
As I am guided from within.
I am here to live a spirit-guided life.
Here to live a spirit-guided life.
Practicing the empowering universal.
Practicing the empowering universal.
Spiritual principles.
Spiritual principles.
Taught here.
Taught here.
To the best of my ability.
To the best of my ability.
I am here to love myself.
I'm here to love myself.
Respect myself.
Respect myself.
And recognize the good in myself.
And recognize the good in myself.
My fellow members.
My fellow members.
I also promise.
I also promise.
To respect each of you.
To respect each of you.
And see the good in each of you.
The good in each of you.
Lovely. Welcome, Javita. And so I'm now speaking to the existing members and invite you to repeat after me. So, Tom, if you would take the first one, that would be great. Jenny's the second one. Virgie, you're the third one, and all you have to do is just repeat after me. And if Bruce is there, if not, Virgie, you take the one for Bruce.
He's not here, so I'll take one for the team.
Okay, great. All right. So, Tom, repeat after me. We, the members of the
We, the
Center,
members
of the
of the
Center,
Center, go ahead.
of the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware,
We, the members of the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware,
know that God is our source.
Knowing that God is our source,
We promise to honor you, respect you, and look for the good in you. That's Virgie.
Say that again.
We promise to honor you,
We promise to honor you,
respect you,
respect you,
and look for the good in you.
and look for the good in you.
And Virgie, if you'll do this one as well. We value our diversity.
We value our diversity.
Lovely.
welcome to our spiritual family and for adding your light to ours.
And so just for all of you to be aware, your new member gifts will be given to you in an email delivered this week that include a free practitioner session, an ornament. I will somehow figure out a way to deliver these to everybody. So you'll get an ornament of the Science of Mind symbol that was designed by Lisa Bartolozzi. And you will also get a free 6-month subscription to the Science of Mind magazine. So congratulations. And would somebody please take Michelle, would you just push the screenshot, please? Great. Lovely. So welcome. Mwah! Love all of you. We're so grateful to have you. And so now I'd like to turn this back over to Brett.
Thank you, Reverend Kathleen. As your hospitality host, I do want to welcome our new members. The ceremony was very moving, and you are just going to have a profound journey. So welcome. If you've received any kind of inspiration today, then now is the time to give thanks and give generously for the good work of CSL Delaware. Imagine your intended offering in your hands, and this is for everyone on the call and out there in Cyberland. Imagine your intended offering in your hands, and then place your hands over your heart. Say with me. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies this offering. The Spirit gives abundantly, and I receive thankfully and give again generously. This is the bounty of God, and I send it forth with wisdom and joy. Divine love bountifully supplies and increases this offering. I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving. Okay. You can send your offerings by PayPal or check. Please see our website, homepage, or the newsletter. One of the things that I did want to mention is that for me personally, I have mine on automatic deduction from my checking account. So it is there to be taken out once a month. And if I want to give additionally, I just go onto the website and pay through PayPal. It's very simple to do. This way, you could be a continuous presence in our community. You want to make a difference? Also, feel free to contribute to the CSL Delaware Benevolence Fund. This supports members who are financially challenged during the time of COVID-19. Mark your donation, Benevolent Fund, and of course, to receive financial support, please feel free to contact a Board of Trustees member, and we would be happy to help you out. As I noted earlier, please indicate in the chat your plan to participate in the Power of Eight. It will happen right after service. So if you'd like to join us, please put your name in the chat box. Also, please write prayer in the chat if you desire after service prayer with, I guess Candace isn't here, Reverend Kathleen. Well, we'll put together the names and we will set you up with a practitioner to have the after service prayer today. You can also, you can also send your prayer requests by phone or email to Peggy Frymoyer, and the practitioners will pray for you for 1 week. And with that, I want to introduce Sharon for our closing song, and I wish everybody a great week.
Thanks so much, Brett. Sing along. You probably know this one. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome today. Oh, here in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We shall stand together. We shall stand together. We shall stand together now. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. The truth shall set us free. The truth will set us free. The truth will set us free today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We shall. Everybody wants it. I love you all. The new members always make me cry. That ceremony always makes me cry. So I feel your light joining ours. I wish you all a blessed Super Bowl snowy Sunday. Go Chiefs! Bye! I'd like to turn it back over to Reverend Kathleen.
Oh my goodness. All right, Sharon. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you chose that song to close our service, like History Month, and also, you know, the message about Martin Luther King. It was just so perfect. So, my friends, I'd like you to join me in our closing prayer, which again affirms the truth of who we are. So just repeat after me. Perfect God within me.
Perfect God within me.
Perfect life within me, which is God.
Perfect life within me, which is
Come
God.
forth into expression through me.
Come forth into expression through me.
As that which I am.
As that which I am.
Lead me ever on the path of all-inclusive love.
Lead me ever on the path of all-inclusive love.
And cause me to see.
And cause me to see.
The infinite good.
The infinite good.
So let's breathe. And let's accept this truth with a powerful yes. And so it is. Namaste, my friends. Have a beautiful day. And for those of you who are doing Power of 8, stay on the line and we'll be getting together quite soon.